All right. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm John Sedgwick from the Anderson Community School Corporation, and I am honored to have with me Kasey Bell. Kasey is the host of Shake Up Learning and will be one of our keynote speakers for eLEAD Madison County this June. Kasey, thanks for taking the time to chat with us today.
My pleasure. I'm excited to talk to you today and to find out more about all of the people I get to meet when I come visit Indiana.
All right. Well, I have followed Shake Up Learning for a while and used your resources for quite a while. And you probably have one of the largest ed tech presences that I've seen. Could you tell us about your website and all the other things that you do online?
Sure. Well, how much time do you have now? I'm just kidding. So Shake Up Learning, of course, pretty much started as just a blog to share resources for teachers, ideas, tips, tricks, whatever. And it has grown a lot. I started in January of 2014. And so, but I create a lot of just, ways for teachers to sort of help themselves, I feel like. Finding your own resources and ways that you can search and learn. And Google happens to be a huge topic over the last couple of years. So I have blog posts, but I also have lots of resource pages. So lots of googly resources, of course, and, social media resources. And I do a lot of posting about Google certifications. I have some online courses. One that is for those interested in becoming a Google certified trainer, and you can find that at becomeagoogletrainer.com, but it's also linked on my site. I am working on Google certified educator academies, and those are actually some monstrous courses that I am tackling right now. So trying to work on getting all of those resources together just to empower more educators to get Google certified and to learn how to use technology more meaningfully in their classrooms.
All right, cool. It is Monday, so you probably need to tell us a little bit about your blog. Matt Miller was one of the keynotes at eLEAD a couple of years ago, so a lot of our folks are familiar with Matt.
Yes, Matt is my podcasting partner, and we have just in January launched the Google Teacher Tribe podcast. And you can subscribe at googleteachertribe.com, but you can listen on just about any podcatcher of your choice, whether you're on an iOS device, Android, wherever you are. And it's 30 minutes of googliness. So, we share tips, tricks, news and updates happens to be, I think, a pretty popular little segment just because Google is so hard to keep up with. Good problem to have. They're always giving us new stuff to learn and to use. So we just try to make it accessible and to help teachers be able to take ideas and use it the next day in their classroom.
That's great. I listen to that on my run on Monday evenings. That's what I listen to, and I really like the fact that you bring in teachers and you have real people, not just famous people like you, but there's real people that come in and talk and share their backgrounds as well. So, what about your classroom background? What subjects did you teach, or grade levels, and what led you to incorporating technology into your classroom and getting involved in all this?
I taught middle school, so I taught.
Bless you.
Yeah, sixth, seventh, and eighth, depending on which year you were talking about. I taught mostly language arts, but I also had a few I taught world cultures. I taught cheerleading and dance and a few other electives that nobody else wanted to teach. So they gave those to me, and language arts was good for me, but I wouldn't say that was where my passion lied. I'm not passionate. I mean, I love language arts, but that's not something that gets me like just really enthused. So I was always drawn to technology, and I was one of the first teachers who was willing to try something in my classroom. And so I decided to go get a master's degree in educational technology, and everything sort of shifted from there. And I moved into the instructional technologist role for my school district and helping teachers. And I really like teaching teachers. I like feeling like I can help reach more students by reaching more teachers in more classrooms. And so that's really sort of the journey, the short of it anyway, from classroom teacher to where I am now as a digital learning consultant and presenter. So yeah, I just, I love seeing how we can take technology and leverage it for learning. I mean, that's the bottom line, is always learning and always making sure that we're doing what's best for kids. So I think, you know, I decided I couldn't go wrong by going with technology because it was not going away. And so, you know, I was like, hey, I really like this stuff. So I think this is my niche. And I did. I was like, I found my people. Like, nerds unite. Yes. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
So when you are here at eLEAD, besides the keynote, you'll be doing some sessions. What will be the focus of your breakout sessions, or what's kind of your groove when you get into those sessions?
Oh, and you would ask me that. I don't even remember my titles right now. I know it's googly, but usually I try to just give as much as I can into that. Okay, so I found my list here. So I've got a session on Google Classroom.
Okay.
And that's really more the advanced side of things. That's called geeking out over Google Classroom. And so that's sort of taking things to the next level in terms of, yeah, I've been using it for a little while. Give me some new ways to use it and some different ideas. And so my idea when someone comes to any of my presentations is that I want you to learn some things while you're there, but I want you to walk away with even more. So you know, I always give a link to my presentation and to additional resources so that the learning can continue past the, you know, the 45 minutes that I have with a certain group of people. Let's see. The other one I'm doing pumpkin spice cafe. Yes, I know it's G Suite, but it's too much fun to play on the acronym there for Google Apps for Education. And that one is just my favorite tips and tricks. And it's just loaded up with, you know, the things that I have learned along the way that made me go, oh my gosh, I didn't know you could do this. This saves me so much time, or this is going to totally change the way I do things. So I love doing that one. That one's a lot of fun. I am doing a session on how to become Google certified as well. And so, you know, there's 5 different possibilities for educators. 4 technically are educational focused. But, you know, I get the questions all the time, which one should I do? Should I do them all? You know, and so explaining all of those and helping teachers figure out which path is right for them, and all of the learning and the connections and things that you get out of being Google certified. And then let's see, the other one I'm doing is, of course, more Google, but improving writing and research with Google. Cool. And so, yeah, as a former writing teacher and research teacher, oh man, I wish I had these tools just a few years ago. So there's so many things out there that can just help us do things differently, but prepare kids for a future that they're going to be living in. And writing and research looks very different. You know, when you go digital and when you actually think about what we need to prepare students for. So there's a lot of great little goodies in that session as well.
Sure. That sounds exciting. Last question, and I do appreciate you taking the time with us today because I know you got a lot of things going on, but I saw on Shake Up Learning that you have a full summer of activities going on. I mean, you are everywhere. How about giving us just kind of the 30,000 foot view of what you're going to be doing this summer?
Hang on. Let me see if I remember where I'm going this summer. No. I've actually got a lot in sort of the Midwest area this summer. I have 2 days in Indiana. So I've got the eLEAD conference and I've got the Sweet Life conference. So that one is over in Washington, Indiana. So I'll kind of be on 2 different sides there. So I'll get to connect. And I've been to Indiana now a few times. Of course, Matt is there
Sure.
too. So, but it's always really good connecting with educators in that area. I'm also doing the Great Plains Google Summit in Nebraska. I will be in, where else am I going? Let's see. I can't remember everything. I will be in Arkansas. Actually, Matt and I are doing a dual keynote in Arkansas. We're doing a keynote together. And I've got a few things in Texas. I've got Houston, of course, ISTE in San Antonio this year. And yeah, so I pretty much live and die by my calendar in the summer and don't really know where I'm going until I look at the next day. But But I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun to get to meet and learn with so many different educators across the U.S. and everybody does things a little bit differently. So I feel like I am always able to absorb and learn from the educators there.
Well, and that allows you to be ambassador across the way too. You pick it up here, you disperse it somewhere else. So
yes,
that's great for all of us. We all win.
Yeah, the power of sharing.
There you go. Well, I am very excited that you're going to be at Anderson University for eLEAD this summer. You were at the top of our list for keynoters since the beginning. You were the first one we called a couple of years ago, and but we're glad you're finally here. So, Kasey, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today and sharing with our people what you're going to be doing and where you're going to be and all that fun stuff. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. So I will see y'all very, very soon.
All right. Thanks, Kasey.
Thanks. Bye.